Hey class, just wanted I won't be putting too many videos together from this point on. We're just about to the end of this class. We're on the downhill slide, as they say, and that sort of thing. I've got something special for you this week. An author that I've been following for a little while anyway, and I've read his book. I've got his book sitting here on my desk. It's called Profit First. I just love to read what other people's take is on just regular business ideas, and this Michael Michalowicz, I think that's how you say it anyway, has some interesting ideas. It relates a lot to when we did our personal budgets and we turned them upside down. And we said, hey, listen, if your priorities are really about giving, if your priorities are really about saving, then shouldn't that be at the top of your budget? So it talks about taking your P&L statement, your income statement, and actually taking your profit and considering it as an expense. And I could say that's one of the things when we started becoming more and more profitable with several of our businesses we've started, is that we continue to do that. And one of the things that made me do this, and of course I haven't written a book or anything like that, but I just love the way he puts it, is that once we made it a habit to have a profit, then we did. And it's one of the hardest things and one of the hardest lessons that a person in business can learn. And I think it's very much doable, even in an agricultural sense, where we've got a lot of variables with weather and market prices and that sort of thing, which are beyond our control. But when it comes right down to it, if we're efficient, if we're good at looking at costs, we can cut some costs here and there. We can live beneath our means in a lot of ways, more than just on our personal budget, but with our business budget. Then we can almost, without exception, put a line item in there that says profit. In the beginning, and this is how we did it too. I got some advice from people that knew a whole lot more than I did. You start small. I mean, we took 5% of all gross receipts and we set it aside. We said we're not going to spend that. We're going to show that as profit. And then once we got through that period and we discovered that we could operate without bringing that money back into the business and using it for operating costs and other things, because it just disappeared if we did. That's what happened. We attempted this several times. So anyway, at 5%, right now we're doing about 25% margin on some of our ag and some of our outfitter related businesses, which is way higher than the business averages. And I think we could push those even higher. One of my outfitting camps right now that we currently run is doing much better than that. And the reason for that is that we've established some guidelines and we've actually created a line item on our profit and loss that just says, hey, listen, our profit is going to be this much this year. Whether it's 30, 35, 40%. And we worked that level up as we went along. As we learned how to actually take profits. We had to learn that. And I wish more people in ag would learn how to make profits. They would be better off, their family would be better off, and they would be better at creating this legacy that we talk about in the farming and ranching industry. Transfers would be much easier. I didn't say easy, but they'd be much easier. Anyway, I won't take all the thunder away from this particular author. He actually speaks through the podcast, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about next week. Next week will be the last week of the class. Okay, I know it's a little bit early, but that way if you're if this is your only class, then you can get to your spring work and say a hallelujah. The semester is finally over. If you've got some other classes, you can spend your time on them. Okay. If any questions come up throughout this whole period, or after the semester is over, or next year, or the next 5 years, or as long as I'm still kicking, you're sure welcome to call me. Anything and everything that I ever have put into, this class or just advice from here has been learned from somebody else, and the only thing I can do is just push it on. I've done everything wrong in business. I've lost a lot of money in business. And I really enjoy the fact that we've become profitable. And the best part of that thing, and going back to the beginning of the semester, is that once you become profitable, then you can give like you want to give, and you can save for things that really mean something to you. And you definitely break this bond or their shackles, really, of consumerism, where we've changed our wants into needs. And we've done that in our personal lives, and we've done this in our business lives. We need to just take a big old hatchet and separate those things. There are true needs, and then there's wants. And most of the wants, if we have a chance at them, once we become profitable, once we put the hard work and dedication, all that, there's nothing wrong with taking advantage of those things, but, they're just wants. And they're just the cake on top of the frosting. So, enjoyed the podcast. Next week, I was about to talk about that. I'm going to put a comprehensive final together. Okay? There's a caveat to that. If you've got the grade that you want and you're satisfied with it, you don't have to take it. Okay? So hopefully I didn't give anybody a heart attack when I said that. Okay? I know that those of you that are at the University of Wyoming or other places, it probably wasn't any big deal and you probably expected it. But all it is, it's worth one test, 100 points, and it can only increase your grade. So if you want to just try it, if you don't want to study, I'm not encouraging you to not study, but it'll cover topics from the first of the semester to the end. Okay? So I've enjoyed this class. If you ever need anything, I'm at Casper College, and you can give me a call at the Ag Department. If you lose my number, it's not hard to find, that sort of thing. So good luck to you. I wish you the best. I want to see a bunch of agriculturalists, farmers and ranchers that are coming out of this program that know how to make a profit, know how to give, know how to spend, know how to save, live beneath their means, go out there and kick some butt. All right, over and out.